Brisbane's smartest people all in one room.
I'm Julius Sumner Miller, and physics is my business.
The universe can spontaneously create itself out of nothing.
What are you up to, Einstein? Physics, mainly.
And these guys coming along for the ride too. Dean, Chris and BC. It's B105's Smart People.
It's hot.
Hey, it's Dean, Chris and BC. Hello, boys.
Good evening.
Happy Christmas. I just thought I'd get in early.
Almost. Nice. It's the first time you've ever been early for anything in your life.
Sorry we didn't show up last week. We just forgot.
Look, we can be honest. I was having an affair with Tiger Woods.
Oh, that one's going to be up there, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, really. We are back. Chris, what's been happening in your world?
Look, lots in my world this week. I'm very happy and ecstatic that budgie smugglers are back in fashion.
Oh, Tony Abbott. Have you got anything interesting to talk about tonight?
I have taken the liberty of wearing my budgie smugglers in here tonight, but don't worry, I'll stay seated down so you don't have to deal with that. But look, if you've been on Facebook lately or at all, you would know about Farmville and Mafia Wars, and you might like them or you might think they're evil, but they're actually more evil than you might think.
Ooh,
They must be pretty evil.
Now, BC, you're our resident super geek. A couple of weeks ago, you were all excited about them smashing things into the moon.
I was, and they did.
You've got the latest on another toy to blow stuff up.
Yes, the Large Hadron Collider, the biggest atom smasher in the world.
It's back on.
It's had a few problems, but boy, are they back with a bang.
Exciting.
I can't wait. It's going to be exciting.
And Dino,
Sounded like
no,
sarcasm.
it actually is, dude. Very interesting.
Okay,
Yeah, you are the epitome of squeaky clean.
I am.
But the rest of us have been known to take some liberties in the workplace.
Yes, perhaps like some kids at schoolies week that are, let's just say, trouble with a cab charge. Trouble with a capital T.
B105's Smart People.
Fellas, have you seen these kids that got in trouble with how they got themselves from Brisbane to the Gold Coast for schoolies week?
No.
Yeah, well, I heard a little bit about it.
Little
Cab
bit of
charge.
strife. Yes.
Yeah.
Cab charge. They've
That's all right.
They've gone to hop in. Well, let's just wait and reserve judgment on that.
All right.
Yeah.
They've called a cab in Brisbane, asked the cabbie to take them to schoolies week. The cabbies looked at these three kids
young people. Yep.
going,
Maybe not going to pay
I
for
don't
that.
know what pocket money's like these days, and asked them how they're going to pay for it.
Yeah.
And they've produced a cab charge.
Yeah.
Right?
Nice.
Now, the cab charge is one that is from...
For those people who don't know cab charge, it's like a little...
It's like a get out of jail free card for your cab fare.
Yeah,
Somebody else pays your cab fare.
Yeah, so basically it's billed back to someone else.
And it's unlimited, pretty much.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally. It's like it's a blank check kind of. Yeah. And a lot of businesses have them.
Yeah.
A lot of corporate places have them. Like, say, government departments.
Yeah.
Sure.
So this cab charge that these kids have used to get from Brisbane to the Gold Coast actually came from a government department. The fare was $258.
Oh, is that how much it costs to get to the coast? There you go. I've always wanted to know that.
So now there's an investigation, and obviously they're thinking, nothing's been proven, but they think that maybe these kids have swiped it from a parent
Done the wrong thing.
who's brought it home from work.
Sure.
It's kind of un-Australian.
Well, thankfully they didn't go to Perth. We'd still be paying it off.
It's like it's a little bit like
I like the fact that they might have thought that. They've gone, look,
I've always wanted to do that. Seriously, come on.
get in a cab and go to Perth.
Really? No,
You're
really.
Idiot. Oh no, I believe you completely. But look, it's kind of it's un-Australian not to kind of
we've all taken a cab charge somewhere that we really shouldn't have.
You know,
to take liberties somewhere.
Yeah.
perhaps somewhere in my deep dark history I may have signed a cab charge as Johnny Cash or Elvis Presley. What, like you've never?
No, I haven't actually.
I just put. What's wrong with putting your own name on it?
I don't know.
Because then they know who did it.
Oh,
Idiot.
Halfway to
And then they
Perth,
take
that's
it-
the problem.
And then they take it out of your pay.
I'm in trouble when they reconcile that one.
But it goes on, right?
Sure.
People
Stay.
repurpose. Yes, that's the word we decided on. People.
Bit of stationery from the work cupboard.
The stapler.
Yeah. My handbag's
good.
always full of highlighters. I don't know why.
Brian, you wouldn't be able to do that because you don't have a job.
No, that's true. I work for myself. I buy all my own staplers. They're sole purpose.
B105's Smart People.
Chris, you're the one amongst us that has a real job. You trot off to the office and then you sit on Facebook all
People
day.
seem to be convinced that I have a real job.
Well, not us, because
me.
we're your Facebook friends, so we
Not
know
me.
how truly busy you are.
Let me put something out there for you, see if this is familiar. Oh no! Danica found a lost turtle on their farm.
Oh my goodness! What is? Oh,
I don't get it.
Farmville.
I don't get it.
Farmville. It's really like it's just an app on Facebook, and you can play around with farms and do all that sort of stuff. But
why?
because people don't have a life, so they sit on Farmville. I've got no time for it. But what's really funny is the guy or the company, I guess, that runs Farmville and Mafia Wars.
Oh,
which
it's
is
my
another
other
one.
pet.
They're getting sued by a bunch of lawyers with the class action in the States
For being really, really annoying?
not just for being annoying, but for sort of setting up these apps to do things that are a little bit below board.
Below the belt.
Like what?
Oh, look, just malware.
Like sell sour milk in the farm and
Kind of, yeah. Like trying to trick people into giving up their money and then locking them into contracts. And there's all these sort of accusations
Really?
flying left, right, and centre. And it's like those SMS things where you sign up and then you get a subscription.
Oh, yeah. Scam,
yeah, kind of. And then it's just convincing people to download stuff. But what's really funny is the CEO.
well, it's the mafia. They're meant to be dodgy, man.
This is true. No, the CEO of the company's being caught out because there's a video of him, and obviously it's from 6 months ago or whatever before these accusations started, actually coming to the front. But
Hang on, did he know that he was being filmed?
yeah.
Right.
He gave this like presentation for like half an hour to a whole bunch of startups, and he's telling people like how he got his business off the ground because the company's like, and it's called Zynga. It's like quite a big deal now, but
Yep.
he was saying, and he's actually quoted, and there's a YouTube video of him saying that they did every horrible thing in the book to get revenues right away. They gave users poker chips if they downloaded a toolbar, and then he says, oh, I don't know.
Very responsible business so far.
I downloaded it once and I couldn't get rid of it.
One of those spam ones that just locks onto your
it just
computer.
sits there. That's never going away. So
I love it when the boss doesn't know how to work things. His own product.
So stay. I don't know. Like just be aware when you're online. But just
Lots of people are playing those games too.
they're very big, and I don't understand why.
Well, I just heard the
I
one where
don't get it.
so you could sit there for 7 hours and farm this bit, or you could pay $10 and do it in 5 minutes. I'm like, well, that's not a game. That's just like stealing my money.
B105's Smart People.
In this room is a particularly huge space geek.
Yep.
It's not me or Chris.
Fairly sure it's not me.
Yeah, it's definitely not you. Now,
Yeah.
BC.
Yes.
You're all excited about the moon a couple of weeks ago.
Yes,
Okay. Now you're really excited about the Hadron Collider.
The large
Hadron
Hadron
Collider.
Oh, okay. So my first question, what the hell is it?
Well, you guys might have heard. It's been around in the news for a few months.
They've been building this thing for years.
Yeah,
Looks like a big telescope, that's all I know.
No.
No.
Right. What have you been
Doesn't
looking
it?
at?
Where
No.
Doesn't it look
from?
like a big laser gun kind of thing?
It's underground.
It's a
Oh.
track. It's a circle.
Yeah.
It's
like
a
a
loop.
racetrack.
Yeah,
It's like a tunnel. Like a.
like a telescope is kind of like round at the end. No?
Yeah. It's a 17
Fail?
kilometre track. Yeah, fail.
17 kilometres?
Yes.
It's actually 17 miles, sorry, so it's 26 and a bit kilometres or something. Yes.
Okay, so hang on. So clearly I've got this thing
All
all
right,
wrong.
atoms.
Yeah.
Atoms,
So-
right?
Yeah.
Little atoms.
Yeah.
They want
Married to little Eves.
they want to blow them up.
Yep.
Ram them into each other
So they've put
to
this
replicate
racetrack.
the Big Bang.
Yeah.
So what they do is they've got this big racetrack and they send an atom down either end,
Yeah.
like either direction down this
Yeah.
racetrack,
Yeah.
and they get them up to speed using magnets.
Yep. Magnets, big
And then
magnets.
at the end, they smash them together,
Yeah.
and we all die.
So
Yeah.
it's not even
If it
something that's,
worked.
it's not even a big gun thing that's pointed into space.
No.
No.
Oh, I don't like it at all now.
Well, it's like when you go to the dogs and one of the dogs goes the wrong way around the track and meets up with all the other dogs. Big bang. That's what happens. Seriously.
Especially if it's your night at the dogs when you've got all your ex-girlfriends
Yeah,
there.
let's not go into that.
Yeah, right. Okay.
But like many of my ex-girlfriends, this has been a bit of an on-again, off-again process because every time they turn it on...
I'm seriously disappointed. I thought it was like a big laser gun thing that they were shooting up in the sky.
All right, a brief history of physics, Steve. No, so hang on. It was ready last year, wasn't it?
Yeah,
and then
look,
it froze over and it broke. And
there's been a few conspiracy theories
Should have been a big gun thing pointing at the sky.
I don't know where you got that from, but that's funny. All right. So basically,
That's what it was.
they've been trying to turn this thing on for a while now, and they turned it on.
They had someone in there who thought it was a big gun thing pointing at the sky.
it might as well have been because,
Yeah.
like, a day after they turned it on, they blew up one of the magnets, so the whole thing shut down for
Right.
months. So 2 days after you're a big excited party,
Yeah.
and it broke within like the first, it's like you get the toy out of the box and it
then it
breaks.
froze, and then it was too cold to fix it.
You do lots of
Right.
problems. But anyway, so they
Can
fixed
It goes across countries.
I know I'm sending you off track, but can I just ask a really obvious question?
not a ray gun.
What's the point?
The point
Physics.
is, yes, cutting edge
But
physics.
it's in a mountain
Yep,
It's underground.
Yep.
and it's going to blow stuff up.
It's going to
No.
blow particles up and
Atoms.
recreate the conditions of the Big Bang, which was the creation of Earth.
But isn't it going to blow up the mountain that it's sitting inside if it works?
It might be the second Big Bang if it works.
Yeah,
so it
no.
could blow up the whole planet.
Well, that's what people were saying, but
Yeah,
it
no.
just didn't work.
But so far they can't get it to work.
So, because
Okay.
they fixed it up. Is it working?
So let me
Yes.
just, so we've got this thing that someone invented that is not a gun pointed at the sky.
This story's going really well so far. You keep telling it to me.
But if it works,
Could
it
accidentally
could blow up the whole planet.
could create a black hole,
black
which
hole.
would swallow the entire universe pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So
Right,
there was a
okay.
lot of controversy when they first turned it on, so that they could accidentally destroy us all. But so they did it. It didn't happen. And of course, they're building up to the big bang because the trouble is you need a lot of energy to make the things go fast enough to recreate that special smashing moment.
Yeah.
So they're building up to it, but every time they get close, something weird goes wrong with the device. Like a month ago, after they'd spent 3 months fixing it after the first day, a bird dropped a bagel on it and overheated another magnet. And it had to shut it down again. So it's only just started up again a couple of days ago.
What's a
Okay.
bird doing with a bagel?
I don't know. It was dropped a breadcrumb. It's pretty funny. But so then it broke again.
Yeah.
Like it broke like on the first. So they've only had it going 3 times, and every time after they start it, it goes a bit weird.
Yeah.
So we're safe again.
Well, apparently, and there's 2 eminent physicists who have released a few papers saying basically the reason it keeps breaking is because it's the future trying to protect itself from the device. They reckon it's this abhorrent thing to the universe, and it's
Well, clearly it's going to blow us all up
Yeah.
from inside a mountain.
That's right.
That's what they say. So they've got this
So
beautiful term
got-
called reverse chronological causation. They reckon the future's trying to protect itself from the mad scientist. With,
No, because
the device.
let me put this in
think that's
sci-fi.
pretty
Let me
cool.
put this in Back to the Future terms for you, Dean, so that
Yep.
so that it makes sense. It basically if
Marty McFly on
you
a
know how he's
hoverboard.
going to die, so he knows he's going to die, so he has to come back from the
Yeah.
future to stop himself. So that's what's happening. This thing will kill us all. People in the future know that, so they have to come back, and they are fixing it, and they are stopping it from happening. And in the future, they've invented birds that can like drop bagels on things, and that's it.
Who needs a DeLorean?
Sounds good to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
B105's Smart People.
For those of you that are just tuning in for the first time tonight, BC and I are actually flatmates, and sometimes we get a little competitive. How many Facebook friends are you up to now?
More than you. No, actually, I don't know. I don't count those kind of things.
Only because you're losing. Chris, you've got like
I've got
16 million
Yeah,
Facebook friends.
I've got about 654, but people keep
so Gen Y.
People keep defriending me, and it's getting a little bit depressing. But I've taken to adding
you just
anybody.
add anybody.
Yeah, so I've now added an orangutan
Oh, really?
that named Nanya.
Right.
That friend requested you, or you requested it?
Let me give you the background
Wait,
on this one.
How many of your friends are actually human? Now that I asked.
I haven't verified.
You'll have to do one of those polls. How many of you
Are you human? There is an orangutan on Facebook, and his or her name is Nanya. I'm not sure which gender Nanya is.
Right.
It's in Berlin or somewhere or other. I didn't really research this very well, but basically,
You were too busy
You add
replying
anybody,
to the other 653 Facebook messages that you had
what
today.
they've done in a zoo, they've built this digital camera, and they've made it so that whenever you press the shutter.
Yeah, the shutter release,
the trigger, whatever the button is to take a photo, it drops a raisin out the bottom of it.
Like a Pez dispenser.
Like a Pez dispenser.
Yeah.
But it also takes a photo. So, they've given this to an orangutan and set it up with a Facebook profile. So, and it's all connected by Wi-Fi and automatically posts. So every time Nanya wants a raisin, he or she or it grabs this camera and presses the button to get the raisin and incidentally just takes a photo, which gets posted on Facebook.
Oh, that's quite
kinda cool.
That's
Pretty cool. And
what are the photos like? Show.
Oh, look,
Are they all
there's,
just of other monkeys' butts?
for everybody else watching this at the moment, it pretty much is. It's just like an arm of a monkey.
Hey,
And
that one looks like a Facebook profile, the one where people hold up the camera and just take their head.
Yeah, it's like
that's
it's a self-portrait.
The classic self-portrait.
The zoo did see the need to specify that the monkey or the orangutan doesn't actually care about the photos.
Right. Well, that's what they say. I think some of those look quite good.
They have also actually made the camera itself out of it has a protective coating to stop the monkey just going, I'm just going to get straight to the raisins. Forget about this photography caper.
I love it.
Go and add Nanya.
B105's Smart People.
Boys, I'm really, really excited right now because this.
Buzz Aldrin, the second man on the moon.
Hey, Buzz. Second comes right after first. Give us a buzz.
Sure.
You know,
We've got Buzz.
we've been
Hi, Buzz.
on a mission
Yeah.
to try and speak to Buzz Aldrin.
Why were we on this mission again?
We can't remember.
It started because I found him on Twitter and I thought it was awesome that someone who's, do we know how old he would be? He'd have to be in his 70s, wouldn't he?
100 and
At
something
least.
now, wouldn't he?
Yeah, all right. Let's call 170. Let's call it an even
Sure.
number.
170?
And he blogs and he twitters and he's been to the moon and he's not given that up. He's still milking it for
He'd go
publicity
again
40
too.
years later.
Totally. He'd go next week.
Okay, well, I found him.
Where is he? Where
Okay,
is he?
I was flying back from Sydney yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Opened the Qantas magazine. Buzz Aldrin
Yeah. She's got paper in her hand. What's this?
is doing ads for Louis Vuitton luggage.
Awesome.
Which one's
How
Buzz?
bizarre is that? That guy
The
in the
second
middle.
guy. No, he's the second guy.
What's the other
Of
guy?
course he's the second guy. So
Stop making fun of Buzz.
the ad is three people on a truck staring up at the moon, and they're selling
who's
Louis.
the guy at the back.
Well, there's a chick who's the first American woman in space.
Oh, right.
Right.
What was her
The
name?
other guy is
The other one would be Tiger Woods, wouldn't it?
What?
got to do with anything. No,
Show me the piece
no.
of paper.
There's a bit that I want to tell you about. Just shut
she's
up
got a
already.
bit.
Share already.
So the other guy is the Apollo 13 commander, but then it's got Buzz Aldrin, Apollo 11.
Tom Hanks. Sorry.
Hey, can you let me finish?
Yes.
Just because I kept interrupting about the Hadron Collider.
It's not a big
Isn't
ray
it a
gun
big
already,
ray gun?
right?
Isn't it?
Listen,
Okay.
zip it, fellas, zip it. Buzz Aldrin.
Must be Christmas.
Yeah, Santa won't come if
Yeah.
you. So tell me, would you be annoyed at this if you were Neil Armstrong, right? That Buzz Aldrin, who's the second guy on the moon, is doing Louis Vuitton luggage ads, and he's got this little tagline: Buzz Aldrin, Apollo 11, first steps on the moon in 1969.
Oh.
That's a bit. Buzz Aldrin
Wow.
first steps on the. Does that mean he first? No, that doesn't.
No, he was
either.
part of the first steps.
That's a bit weird, isn't it?
Is that like New Kids on the Block, First Steps, or something like? What was that song called?
Oh.
Oh, dear.
So anyway, I'm
Jim
not
Lovell.
sure.
That was the guy. From
Not sure how I feel about that. The Buzz Aldrin
steps.
is selling
What
Louis
brand is it?
Vuitton
Louis
luggage.
Vuitton. All right.
Do you think that's what they get at NASA when they go to the moon? A set of
Yes.
Louis Vuitton?
Kids.
I did read Buzz's biography, and he did fall on hard times. So, you know,
Kids.
whatever pays the bills.
How,
really.
how does this help us talk to Buzz?
Yeah. Well,
We just
can we
know
call
where
Louis
he is
Vuitton?
now. Sure. Have you got his number in your mobile?
No, I don't actually.
I'd like to talk to you about a thing.
But, like, shouldn't he be advertising, like, I don't know, freeze-dried food or, like,
Tang.
space food sticks or Tang, or
yeah, it's true. Oh, yeah, I see what you're
like,
saying.
telescopes or
What- does this
something like that? Or at least Virgin Galactic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Maybe we don't want to talk to him
Oh,
anymore.
no.
No, I do want to talk to him. He's a good guy.
We'll just ask him.
I'd like to talk to him.
B105's Smart People.
BC and I live together, and every week I dob on you for something, so it wouldn't be the same if I didn't do it this week.
Oh no, what did I do? What did I do?
Chris has kind of called it sort of like we call a family meeting, and he kind of gets to be Judge Judy.
All right, we need an opener for this. Maddie, if you can do that up for next week, that'd be great. But basically,
What?
it's just going to be family mediation.
Yes.
Now, I understand that the two of you have had some issues returning a piece of my property.
Yes.
Oh yeah. A little podcasting microphone you lent me.
Now, what has happened?
I forgot to bring it last week.
Tell Uncle Chris.
I don't know.
You keep forgetting to return it.
Yeah. The classic, borrow something, forget to return it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is
guilty.
Yeah, which is also just classic BC, just forget stuff.
Yeah, lots of forgetting.
So I was getting ready. I came to work.
And how does this make you feel, BC?
It's very special, actually. No, a bit hurt, a bit afraid.
I haven't even dobbed on you yet.
Oh,
so
really? No.
I was getting ready for work today.
Yes.
You call it work? I love it.
And BC walks out in complete earnestness.
Dean, how does BC's negative feelings towards your occupation impact
Did
your
you make
motivation?
a really dud judge? Because you've got to listen to the
You gotta
story
listen to the
first.
bit. All right, sure. This is the bit.
So
This was genius. Come on.
So I'm getting ready for work, and BC walks out and goes with your microphone that he's been due to return for like a month, and said, "Can you take this to work with you?"
Yeah.
Even though he was coming in here himself.
Later.
I was going to forget.
He is going to forget.
Yeah, but Chris wasn't going to be here earlier, so the microphone didn't need to be here earlier.
No, but you and the microphone coming here was a guaranteed lock. I was there if I gave it to you, but if I gave it to me, it was trouble.
It's just a complete hopelessness.
Oh, that's logic.
All right, I'm ready to make my judgment. BC,
Judge Judy,
you are in the right.
Yeah, see, exactly.
And
totally.
What?
Where's Ray? Get Ray on the line. I reckon he's in the back.
Moreover, I think that's all the time we have for this session. But I'll need to see you two next week.
Right.
Why is
What
he
time are you next week? That's logic. I saw you leaving. You were going to the place where the microphone needed to be. I said,
You're
take the
a
microphone.
34-year-old man. You can't return your own things that you
Dean,
borrow.
BC is unreliable at life.
Sad but
Clearly. And so you're not helping him if you just help him all the time.
You need to help him all the time. You're next, Barnaby Joyce.
I'm not happy. I'm not happy.
He needs some help.
I want a new judge for next week. All right, we'll be back next week. We'll see you all later. Bye.
Every week, smart people are bound to offend somebody. So in advance this week, we would like to apologise to all the places that we used to work out that we flogged stuff from. The Large Hadron Collider. We. Twilight, Team Edward, Team Jacob, Farmville, Mafia Wars, Malcolm Turnbull, Tony Abbott, Kevin Rudd, Barack Obama, the ETS, Copenhagen, Facebook, Twitter, Buzz Aldrin, and you. Smart People is Dean, Chris, and BC. Get the podcast off iTunes or at smartpeopleradio.com. Smartpeopleradio.com. Smartpeopleradio.com.